Definitely. Demand for retail space, specifically on CREXI, is through the roof. We're seeing a ton of tenants search for spaces. It is down about 1,000 square feet, which shows to me that tenants are right-sizing their occupancy space. In general, I think the vacancy is going to continue to go down, which in turn will rise on lease rates for landlords.
We are seeing quite a few influences to the retail space in general, whether it's traditional uses from grocery to fitness, soft goods, personal services, but also a lot of retail adjacent uses that are now entering the retail space and have been actually for the last few years, but starting to more aggressively. That could be in the form of entertainment, could be form of medical, could be in the form of pet care, pet grooming, pet boarding. But ultimately what that's doing is putting more pressure on the existing inventory that is already contracting naturally because of the lack of new development, both locally and nationally.
You have to understand, from my perspective, as a leasing lawyer, I see the deals as they've already been kind of negotiated. I'm actually putting them down on paper. But what do I see, at least from the majority of my clients, are grocery anchored properties, which are now kind of the hottest thing from what everyone really says. I see, I'm as busy as I've ever been. And I see, because I think there are these other users that we're seeing now that are they're finding their place in these centers. More food, more medical. So I think the occupancy rates, there's very little vacancy in my clients' properties, and I see it moving into 2024. I don't see, at least for those properties, and I don't see a downturn. I see it maybe flattening a little bit, but I see it as with a pretty positive eye toward the future.